Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Vlogmas Day 9. Today I have an event to go to for work that I won't be able to take you guys to, unfortunately. But I thought that this would be a great opportunity to get ready with you guys and also share some tips and tricks on how to stay healthy through the holidays. And I've been doing this little slogan throughout Vlogmas so far that's called Holiday Healthy. I love it, and it's motivating me personally to stay healthy and choose healthier options when I really don't want to, but I know it's gonna pay off. I know that there's videos floating around YouTube right now that are the best 5 tips to stay healthy through the holidays and best meals to eat during the holidays, but I just wanted to kind of put my input in there as well, and hopefully you'll be able to take something away by the end of this video that helps you stay on track during the holidays. So let's get started. Firstly, with this get ready with me, I've already curled my hair and I put dry shampoo in it because I do not have time right now to wash my hair, straighten it, curl it, dry it, whatever. I curl my hair with a straightener, with a babyless straightener to be exact. And if you need advice on how to curl your hair with a straightener, I did a get ready with me on Thanksgiving Day, so go check that vlog out if you haven't, and I walk you through. For starters, I've already moisturized my face, and I use Aveeno moisturizer, the clear complexion moisturizer, because that helps my hormonal acne. And I already have a little spot growing, but we're gonna be okay, we're gonna roll with it. My primer that I'm using is NYX or NYX, the Angel Veil. And this stuff seems to work tremendously with my skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put some of this on it. I think I put way too much. Now, I've said it in my get ready with me before, but when it comes to my skin, less is more. If you see that I'm not contouring and I'm not putting pounds of liquid on my face, that's just because I've always struggled with hormonal acne, and as simple as I can get my routine to be, the better my skin will turn out. On to some fitness stuff. I think the first thing that's super important and that should be on everybody's priority list day to day is your water intake, especially if you're going to be overindulging or really indulging at all. If you're going to be drinking, just make sure that you're kind of keeping a good eye on your water intake. Maybe try to drink 2 or 3, 22-ounce water bottles before you go out drinking, or maybe have, a drink and water with you right in front of you so you can kind of alternate. Ever since I really started caring about my water intake, I've seen crazy changes in my body and my skin, and I don't feel horrible the next day if I've had a few glasses of wine. So I would say that definitely water is the first thing on your list that you should prioritize. Side note, I will be flying through this video pretty quickly. I was supposed to be getting ready about an hour-ish ago, so I'm sorry if I talk really fast, but these points are super simple, and that's why I wanted to share them with you as well. Now it's time for my foundation, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my Tarte foundation on in the color Fairly Light Beige, and this stuff is awesome, full coverage, and it rocks. And then I put it on a little mirror almost, and this just helps because whenever I used to put makeup on my hands and stuff, it would just break me out so bad. So I found that if I put something on a mirror or something that I can sanitize after every use, I stick to clearish skin. I've wet my beauty blender and I'm religious about cleaning this and making sure that I renew it at least at the 3-month mark. After getting your water intake under control, I have found recently myself that if I wait until I am absolutely starving, I will not go for the meal that's going to take 30 minutes to cook and that's going to be a better option for me. I'm going to go to something that I can pop in the microwave, go through a drive-through, something that's way more convenient. But if I just start to eat a light snack or eat a banana or grab a handful of granola or make a smoothie before I get super starving, I'm going to eat less whenever I finally have my meal, And then I'm also not going to get whatever is most convenient, which would probably end up being the worst option that I had. I'm gonna go ahead and have a little something in my stomach to hold me over until my healthy or healthy-ish meal is done being cooked or baked, or you know, however you're making your meal. Now I have my foundation on. I am going to put concealer on one little spot. Normally I use my Tarte one, but I don't know where that is right now. The next holiday healthy tip that I have for you, I'm just gonna put it on my two little dots that just wanted to, my three little dots that just wanted to show up today, because you know what? Aunt Flo came into town and she's like, I'm here, I'm gonna make myself known. The third tip that I have for holiday healthy is to eat on a smaller plate. And I know that that sounds so crazy, but if you just reduce the size of your plate, you won't be able to fit everything on there unless you pile it up like a big old sandwich, and you don't wanna do that. So I would suggest grabbing a smaller plate, and it doesn't have to be baby sized. You don't have to call yourself out in front of everybody and grab a little appetizer plate for your dinner, but just grab a smaller plate if you can. Instead of trying to figure out the right portions to put on your plate, grab a smaller plate and fill it up with what you think is okay and what you think won't make you feel guilty or set you back. And then if you're hungry after you finish that plate, then go ahead. But I feel doing that little thing, just grabbing a smaller plate, definitely helps me out a lot. All right, the next product that I'm going to put on my face is the Tarte Full Coverage Powder. And you're gonna have to forgive me, but I definitely need to purchase another one very soon. This stuff is awesome. It says that it's full coverage. I think that it's a nice medium coverage. This holiday healthy tip is actually something that I preach day in, day out. I always have a source of protein on my plate, especially if I know that I'm going to be eating out somewhere or I'm going to be eating things that maybe aren't that healthy for me. I always make sure to have a source of protein on my plate. The next thing that I'm going to do with my makeup is I'm going to put the Tarte bronzer. I am not sponsored by Tarte. I doubt they even know that I exist. I've been purchasing a lot of their stuff for a long time, and it's the best thing that has ever been introduced to my skin. So this is the Tarte bronzer, and I'm going to take my bronzer brush and I'm going to put this under my cheekbone. I'm gonna put it along my jawline, and I'm gonna put a little bit on my forehead, make a 3. It's gonna be awesome whenever it's all blended in. Now, you may be asking, why isn't she bringing any down to her neck? Why isn't she blending it into her neck? And that is because I like to do that at the very end once I'm dressed, so I know how far to bring my bronzer down to give myself a tan. I talked about it in my Get Ready With Me on Thanksgiving vlog, but basically, I am still using the same blush that I got in a Christmas gift years ago from MAC. This is the only MAC product that does not break out my skin, and I've been holding on to it for years. I definitely am going to switch to Tarte blush after this is completely done, but I just love the color, and it's almost gone. Really embarrassing, but it works for me, and I'm just not ready to let it go. The next point is to not disturb your routine. And I heard Whitney Simmons talk about this on her tips on how to stay healthy during the holidays. And I completely agree. So I just kind of wanted to reiterate on that. I don't think that you should disturb your routine. If you go to the gym every single day at 5 a.m., continue to do that. If you work out after work or in the evenings, do that. Do not disturb your routine. If you do yoga in the mornings, do not disturb your routine just because you're traveling or family's in town or anything like that. Because once you've stopped doing your routine for a certain amount of time, it's going to get so hard to get back into it. Let's just be real. Human to human, it's going to get so hard every single day that you don't continue your routine to get back into your routine. So stay in your routine as much as you can. If you need an extra day off, take a day off, but then get right back in your routine. I promise you, you won't regret it, but you will regret it if you stop your routine cold turkey. I'm going to take my bronzer and my little eyelid, get your ish together, Taylor. My eyeshadow brush. And it's so funny, but this bronzer makes my eyes pop like crazy. And I don't know why, and I've just always put bronzer on my eyes. I don't know why. I do a little thin coat along my actual eyelid, and then on my crease, I just put a little more in there, making that kind of no makeup look. The 7th tip that I have for you guys is as dreadful as it can be. I totally get it. I take that back. I highly suggest taking progress pictures. I found that if I take progress pictures before I have something planned, I am going on vacation, and I take progress pictures a few days before or a few weeks before if you can, taking progress pictures really holds me accountable. And I don't know what it is, but I think it's because if I take a picture a few days before vacation and I know that I'm going to take a progress picture to hold myself accountable during vacation or after vacation, I don't want my progress picture to get worse. And so it does help me hold myself accountable, not eat that extra sweet, make sure that I'm drinking enough water, making better choices. So I don't know, I just thought maybe that may help somebody else. Okay, now I'm going to just shape my thick AF eyebrows. These are out of control and I cannot contain them, but it hurts so bad to get them waxed. And it is not a good result when I get my eyebrows waxed because my skin is so sensitive from all of the acne products that I've used in the past. So the next holiday healthy tip that I have for you guys is simple. And I'm gonna be kind of brutal about it. And I'm also going to refer to the challenge that my fiance Sean and I did earlier this week. And sorry, I'm looking for my brow mascara from NYX or NYX. This stuff is awesome and I get the color in espresso. And I know that other fitness influencers and stuff, they have preached this as well, but I'm just gonna harp on it because when Sean and I did our challenge recently of What's in My Mouth challenge, we went overboard on the sweets. And I think it was just because we never really buy any sweets ever, really. Other than Trader Joe's lemon bars, those are the bomb. But we don't normally buy those treats, and so whenever we did this challenge, we bought so much chocolate. And then the next 2 or 3 days after that challenge, we didn't throw any of it away. So I kept finding myself, even after going to the gym, I would get hungry and I'd be like, well, let me pop something in the oven, but while I wait, I'll just have a cookie from the challenge. Or, oh, let me just one of those yummy caramel bites from Holland, which are amazing, by the way. If you don't buy it, you won't eat it. If it's not in your pantry, you're not gonna be tempted, you're not going to eat it. So after this video, I'm going to throw away all of it because I just keep staring at it every time I open up my pantry. If you don't buy it, you won't have to worry about wrestling with yourself and caving. My second to last holiday healthy tip is if you know that you are going to overindulge, you're going to a Christmas party, you're gonna drink, you're gonna have fun, you're gonna have a jolly old time and not care, that's great. And I think that you should, and I think that everybody should enjoy the holidays. But if you're also gonna go to the gym that day to help you not feel guilty about eating those sweets, I personally have been doing 2 extra exercises in my workouts to work off that extra whatever I'm going to be consuming if I know that maybe that night I may go a little overboard or whatever. Do an extra 5 minutes of cardio on the treadmill or the Stairmaster. Do a few extra reps of something just to make yourself really enjoy and feel rewarded to have that dish, have that dessert, have that drink. Good morning, everybody. It is the next day, and before I got to the last and most important tip of all, I realized that I was almost an hour and a half late to the event that I was going to. I had to prioritize and get out the door, and I had the cutest outfit on. I didn't even get a picture in it, so it was that kind of night. But I wasn't gonna leave you guys hanging, nor do I feel right not having an outro to the vlog. So I wanted to kind of wrap things up right now. The most important tip, and the last tip that I have for you guys, is to enjoy the holidays. The holidays are supposed to be spent with family and loved ones and friends, and enjoy yourself, because before we know it, it's going to be 2019 and the holidays are going to be gone, and then we're going to be wishing that it was still December and Christmas time. So again, just enjoy yourselves, enjoy the holidays. I really hope that you guys were able to take away at least one tip that was helpful throughout the vlog, and let me know in the comment section below if you like videos like this, little tips and tricks, and if you did take anything away, I would love to know what that was. And hopefully I will see you guys next time for Vlogmas Day 10 by Taylor Tots.